Hi there, I'm Clifford Bates, and welcome once again to reading Machiavelli's Discourses. Today we are looking at chapter 52 of book 1, and it's going to be a short one. It's not going to be a long video because it's a short, I think it's only a one paragraph essay in that sense. We're having our little window problem. So it's going to take us to a little thing to doing it. So let's go look at the chapter. It's a republic or a prince should make a show of doing through liberality what necessity constrains him to do. So in other words, if necessity constrains you to do something, he's saying what you need to do is if you're going to execute it liberally through a demonstration of liberality. Okay, we're back. Sorry, we had a little technical glitch. Let's go right to the text. Okay, it's going to be, the question is, in a republic or a prince should make a show of this, right? The question, if he's going to do something, yes, by necessity, he's being forced to do it. In other words, it's not that he should do it liberally, right? Through liberality, right? He should make a show of doing it. Make it very obvious he's going to be liberal about it, trying to do it the most liberal way possible. Because why? Because prudent men gain favor for themselves out of affairs, always, and in their every action, even through necessity, even though necessity constrains them to do them in many cases. In other words, the prudent men gains favor for themselves. Why? Always. And in every of their actions, even while necessity forces them to do things. This prudence was well used by the Roman Senate when it decided that a public wage should be given to men serving in the military, who were accustomed to serve in the military on their own. In other words, it made a decision. It made a prudential decision. Why? Because this was going to happen. In other words, they decided that a public wage should be given to men in the military who were accustomed serving on their own, right? But since the Senate saw that it could not make war for long in that mode, and because of this, it was unable either to besiege towns or to lead armies far away. And since it was judged that it was necessary to do both, and the one and the other, it was decided that the said stipend should be given out. In other words, it was going to be, in other words, his argument here is that the Romans just simply just that everyone did a civic duty. Everyone did it, they fought it. But if you're going to go sending troops far, far away, or to be in things for like long periods of time, like besieging a town, or lead armies far away, that this wasn't going to work. You needed to pay them, okay? And this is why they paid them, right? He said they were paid them in that sense because it just made sense to do it. But it did it so that it gained favor for itself out of what was necessity constrained it, out of what necessity constrained. In other words, necessity forced them to do this. Why? Because they were going to send their troops far about and like this. Just relying on the soldiers to do this normally out of their duty as citizens wasn't going to work. It wasn't going to work. Necessity forced them. In other words, you're going to have to pay them. Otherwise, that's the only way you're going to keep people not abandoning things and things collapsing. So necessity has forced them to give them the wage. But what they're doing is, well, they're making a big show about them giving the wage. And that they're, oh yeah, we're doing this liberally, like this. So that gives them the reputation. This present was so acceptable to the plebs that Rome went upside down with joy, as it appeared to them that a great benefit that they that they never hoped to have had, and they would have never have sought for themselves. Okay. In other words, they're like, oh, the Senate's giving us this thing. Oh my God, yay! Because we never ourselves would ask for it. Oh no, we would never have thought that this would be our truth. That they would always say no on this, So we never bothered. In other words, they never hoped for, nor would they have ever sought themselves. Although the tributes did their best to suppress this favor, showing that it was a thing that burdened, not relieved the plebs, since it was necessary to lay taxes to pay for this wage. Nevertheless, they could not do so much that the plebs did not accept it. In other words, the Senate, the tributes say, well, guys, this is going to cost money, and they're going to have to collect. They have to get the money from somewhere. Again, this is the problem of social programs, right? The social programs are like this. Someone's going to have to pay for it, but the people who receive it and think it's a great idea. I remember asked for it. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, they won't listen to the people cautioning. Well, there's going to be, you might not like it. It's going to hurt you. You're going to be, it's going to burden you. But the plebes, they could not do so much that the plebs did not accept it. That was increased too by the Senate through the mode in which they distributed the taxes. For the heaviest and greatest were those laid on the nobility, and they were the first that were paid. In other words, here again, Livy, like this. Again, this is a very good point he makes. That it's going to be that they are the first one paid. Okay, the heaviest and greatest of the taxes laid on it was going to be in the nobility, and they, in other words, so that even though that this increased too by the Senate, though which the mode in which they distributed the taxes, for the heaviest and greatest were paid on the nobility, right? We're also they were the first ones give the stipend. So this ends the chapter here. It's a short chapter. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, or questions, or issues you want some clarification on, please put them in the comments, and I will respond to them when I see them. If you've liked the chapter, hit the like button, or even like what we've done here. Hit the like button no matter what, please. It helps the channel, it helps the algorithm, it helps more people to come check the thing out. I hope people watch it, because I noticed that some of the smaller videos don't get people skipping. It's too short. If you've liked it, please like it, share it on social media, share it far and wide. Another thing you can do is, if you've not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Encourage people to come check the channel out. Encourage them to subscribe if they are willing to. Check out the different playlists that we have, that we have generated for the couple years. And then you can also do this. You can, those of you, comment, like, share, subscribe, right? All these things build the algorithm. For those of you, if you didn't like it, you can always thumbs down it, but say why in the comments. This way people can benefit. Another thing is, you can follow me on social media. The social media links are below. Those who want to know more about me as a scholar and a researcher, check out my scholarship and my publication, academic publications. You can do so through the social media links below the social media links. And if you want to assist, help contribute what I do here, you can do so through Patreon or Subscribestar, or by buying one of my books that are listed below. You can buy it either at your local bookstore if they have it, and I'll order it for you. But if not, you can order it through an online distributor like Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Libris, so forth and so on. Or you can order it through the publishers directly. Well, that's it. Next time we'll look at 52. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.